Merry Christmas Eve! Dan and I have already had our lunch. It's going on noon right now. We've gone out and about already, and we had a package, and we got it and opened it up, and it is from our Gram and Gramps, and it is little German treats. So we have different marzipan, but it came from the Vermont Country Store. So that's what their little catalog looks like. So I might be flipping through this because this looks like it's full of all sorts of good stuff. Very almondy.
Yeah?
Very almondy.
I like that. Yeah. And very sweet.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah. It's very good. It's just, it's rich. Yeah, it's recording. Alright, we just got done going for a run, which is the first time I have exercised at all in well over a month. I have just not been good with that at all. I'm not a good runner, but I've found that running seems to be the most effective exercise for me, and I've been wanting to do it more, and Dan is very much a good sport in that he's willing to go for a run with me and walk a lot more than what he needs to keep pace with me, which is very helpful and encouraging. So
You'll become a good runner, dear.
Eventually, maybe. But we just finished. We went 1 mile, and I took like 3 steps and had to walk for the majority of it. And then I was able to run a little bit on the way back, which was good, but oh my gosh, I was worn out initially. But now we're gonna go inside, and I didn't even work out my arms, but holding up my phone right now is hurting my arm. So I'm pretty sure it's psychological.
Probably.
Like if I was holding my phone with my foot, maybe I could understand my leg being tired, but no, it's my arm. My arm just went like this, back and forth a bunch. I didn't do anything, and it's exhausted right now. Alright, it is several hours later now. We are making chicken pot pie for dinner, but we are actually substituting the chicken with turkey because we have leftover turkey we need to use up. I'm actually going to be sitting down and looking through this Vermont Country Store catalog because these are always just fun to look through. Classic caroler candles. They're ideal for any area that's in need of a little holiday cheer. Who thinks I need some holiday cheer? I'm gonna burn some carolers. These are amazing. I thought all of this was beer. It's not. It's maple syrup. It's Sock Monkey! Look at these super cool Alice in Wonderland pajamas. You know, they're only $130. These are terrifying. I think that means it's good. I'm very happy with how that turned out. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Oh, that's a mockingbird.
Yeah. Hold on, I see there it is. Oh, I was really zoomed in when I filmed that first bit. Zoom back out and try that again. Merry Christmas, everybody. Dan and I have come out to a little tiny, woodsy trail. Because we're both 90 years old in our soul, we brought along binoculars and we're bird watching on Christmas Day. But this trail is great because it's full of robins and cardinals and blue jays and woodpeckers. And the clips that you just saw, well, there's a blue jay right there, actually.
Great big one.
is right there, which my camera doesn't do it justice at all. But that is definitely a blue jay hanging out. This is one of our favorite places to go just for like a short little walk, and especially because it's Christmas Day, everything is closed, so it is silent. Because like right there is an entire like shopping center that's usually bustling and crazy busy, and so it's just completely silent and you can hear everything, and the birds are out and about more, and it's beautiful and it's so peaceful. So we've come out so we can do some bird watching, but Dan was saying that we're watching all of these birds like go around and scavenge for food, and it's making us hungry. So we're gonna go home and make some frozen pizza because it sounds great. It's been a very good Christmas so far. Hello everybody, it is much later in the evening now. Dan and I got back from our walk and we made some pizza, and then Dan took a nap, I took a bath, relaxed, and then we made some more pizza. I actually spent a good probably 2 hours editing, 2 or 3 hours actually, it was a while, editing the video which went live this past Wednesday, which was transforming my hair into a Christmas tree. So if you have not seen that yet, I will put a link in the corner up here so you can click that and go watch it, because Kristen and I had a blast filming that, and I personally was laughing a lot while editing it. So definitely check that out if you haven't already. But yeah, and then we watched Milo and Otis, which is a great movie. It's mostly just a chill night. I think I might actually go grab that face mask.
Yeah.
And try that. The face mask that I showed you guys that I got from Mary Beth. I might go try that. I think that's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do. Is this how you're supposed to do it? I feel like this is right. I mean, the face mask says that you're supposed to, like, wash it off, so this isn't, like, the peely one, because I at least know that if it's the kind that you're supposed to, like, peel off, you don't want it near your eyebrows or your little baby hairs. That's bad. But other than that, I think I'm doing this right. I can kind of see a sheer spot right there, but put it down there. I don't know if it's supposed to go on your little, like, nostril separator area thing. I don't know. I don't know these things. I don't know how to face mask. So I think I'm doing it right. But it says to let it sit for 10 to 20 minutes. So I'm gonna be safe and go 15. I like can't even smile. Look at all of that cracking. Oh my gosh. Like this is so, like this is like cemented my face in place. It's so difficult not to just start laughing, and oh my gosh. It's been 20 minutes. Do I wait until it's fully dry? Because like right there is not fully dry. That's still a little tacky. Do I need to wait for that spot, or can I take this off? I'm just gonna take it off because, you know. Oh, it just like peels off. That's so weird. That's so gross. Oh gosh. Okay, I'm gonna wash this off and stop like grossing everybody out. I'm sorry. Hello everybody! It is the day after Christmas now. Today has been very relaxing, very productive. I slept in, which I enjoy doing, but I probably shouldn't do as often as I do. But I was up a little after 9, which is really sleeping in for me. But I wanted to show you some of the Christmas gifts that we got, because my mom's Christmas box arrived today, so we were able to open that, and I'm not expecting anybody else to send us anything, so I think we've got it all. So I wanted to show you the gift that Dan got me, because Dan and I only got each other one gift, and his gift to me was this mug. And this is just a black mug, but I'll show the footage over this. When you pour a hot beverage inside of the mug, it transforms into the Marauders map. and I like freaked out because I've always wanted a heat-changing mug, and I've actually given heat-changing mugs to multiple people as gifts because I think they're the coolest thing ever, but I've never bought one for myself. And so Dan heard me say one day that I wanted one for myself because I think at the time I was buying one for somebody as a gift. And he got me one, and he got it off of Etsy, which I think is even cooler because that means that he's supporting somebody with a small business, which I think is awesome. So I am in love with this. I've drinking out of it for like 2 days in a row now, and I just love it so much. So, and then the gift that I got him this book, and it is How to Be a Perfect Christian. Now, if you guys don't know us, we like humor, and Dan and I are Christians, and there is a website called The Babylon Bee, and they do Christian satire, like news articles, and it is hysterical. One of their most recent merchandise things that they came out with was this book. And they had it available that you could read like the introduction or something like that, or the first chapter or something online. And so when it came out, Dan and I read that online, and we were both like almost in tears because we were laughing so hard. And we kept saying like, oh, we should buy that. Like, that's really fun. We should buy that. That's a book we would really like to have. Like, that would be hilarious. And we just never got around to doing it. I get emails from them, and one of their emails had the book in it again, just being like, hey, if you wanted the blah, 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 Christmas gift or whatever, like, don't forget to get this. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get that for Dan. So we've already read, Dan's been reading a little bit of it. We're not that far into it, but it's hysterical so far. So I got him that for Christmas. In my mom's box, my mom is very well known for sending goodie boxes where there's not just like one or two things, but there are multiple little things. And I love that because I love getting a box full of goodies, and I love especially during Christmas when you wrap all of the goodies, you get to open up so many presents, and it's great. But so Mom, one of the things that she wrapped for us were these, and these are amazing to have with coffee in the morning, so I am very excited to have some of those in the morning. My sister Jill sent me and Lithos a gift, and it was this Hedwig, this stuffed Hedwig owl. And so he's hanging out right there, and him and Lithos have become BFFs. Dan's mom and dad sent us some really fun, like, ice cube trays, which I think, are they freezing water currently? Let me see if they're doing their job. Is it safe? I can't actually, I'm gonna use you to see what's happening in there currently. Well, there they are. They fell though. Are they hardened? Ooh. Those weren't hardened enough. Will they? Come along, be safe. I probably should put my phone down to do this, but will that fit back in there? There we go. Yeah, look at it. Here's this ice cube. That's a glacier. Will that fit in there? There we go. I'm also missing a cube. There it is. Like, these are all just different sizes. It's really fun, but we don't have our ice cube thing is full currently. So I'm just to set those on top of our, yeah, that was like close call with the Titanic. We also got some book lights, so like those little lights that like clip onto your book so you can read in the dark without having to have like a big overhead light or a big lamp on, which I'm very excited to use because that's actually something I've been looking at getting, so that's awesome. But then today, like I said, we went out and we ran, and I did much better today than I did yesterday. I was able to run much farther than I did yesterday, so I'm starting to get into that habit again, which is very encouraging. But then I went to Michael's because they were having a huge Christmas sale, and although I didn't really get anything hardly Christmas related, I did pick up these. Picked up a new pair of scissors because we needed them, so that was good. And then I got these washi tapes, and this is usually $5, but because they're Christmas themed, they were like 70% off, so they were $1.50. So I got these, which are very, very cute. And I got washi tape because I am planning on scrapbooking more in the same style that I scrapbook my tickets. And I showed this in a vlog a while back because I was doing it in a vlog. But my mom, for Christmas last year, I think, got me this photo album, and I was like, oh, that's really cool, but I mean, we don't like print out pictures anymore to put in a photo album because you just either stick it on Instagram or Facebook. Like, there's not that much use for like a physical photo album anymore. But so what I did was I turned it into a scrapbook for tickets. Oof, stay open. There we go. So I have like all of our movie tickets that I keep in there, and I've just like decorated it with like stickers. And I took actually our, which it should be, do I have more of them back here? Yeah, I only have one back here now. But I just took like actual scrapbook paper that I had and cut them down to size so they fit into here. And then I'll just tape the page. That way I have a template so I know how big I'm working with. And I just tape it onto there and decorate it that way. And I've had a lot of fun doing that with like all the different just tickets and everything and parking passes. And I love doing that because then what I'll do is on the back of the tickets, I'll write what we did and where we went. So like all of these airplane tickets, there are long stories on the back of those, which is why like this one and this one are actually stapled because it's like 3 layers of tickets that all have stories on the back. So these are really cool because then if you want to relive any of those memories, you can just pull out a lot of those tickets and look on the back to see what the stories are behind them. And so I really like that for this guy, but then I was like, I kind of want to do a photo album scrapbook that's just like anything that I want to scrapbook. I don't want to limit it to just photo or to just tickets. So, but I also didn't want to have this photo album suddenly change and I have to rearrange everything. So I'm like, I'm going to keep this, keep my ticket photo album scrapbook. But then while I was at Michael's, I got this one, and it's this really nice, like, gray material that's very, very soft. But then you open it up, you can write what it's for. But then every page, you have the 2 and the 2. But then there's the section you can actually write in. So I can use these. Again, it'll be about the same size cardstock that I'll put in each one. And then I can decorate it however I want. And then there's a section that I can actually write details that I want right on the side of it. So I don't have to worry about writing anything on the backs or anything like that. So that's why I bought the washi tape, was so that I can use washi tape as a way to decorate. I'm very excited to do that. And if you have any suggestions, because I want to be able to put photos in here as well, but I want them to be small photos that will fit within the rectangle here that I can also add like washi tape and stickers and other things. So I can maybe add a couple photos into each little rectangle because essentially I want each rectangle to be like a scrapbook memory or like 2 dedicated to 1 memory or something along those lines. I'm interested to know if you have any suggestions of like good ways to go about getting those photos that are small. Like, is it as simple as putting them on a flash drive and having them printed out at like an Office Max, just having them printed out really small, and then I cut them out to whatever shape or how whatever that I need? Or is there like an actual like website I should go to and have it done that way? Is there a simple like free app I can use? Let me know, because I'm very curious. I've looked into getting like the Instax, is that what it's called? It's the little camera that takes Polaroids, essentially like Instagram looking Polaroids. And I've looked into those, but those are like $80 and I'm not about to spend $80 on that. Although it's cute, not gonna do it. Yeah, if you have any suggestions or anything that you do for your scrapbooking, if you scrapbook, please let me know, because I would be very interested, because I want to fill this thing up with all sorts of awesome memories and take it with me everywhere I go and have it be one of those awesome things that is on your coffee table when friends come over that they're like, oh, that's a cool idea, let me look through that. It's a little while later. I have been busy working at scrapbooking the first 2 pages. Well, by pages I mean like sections. And let me get, so there's no glare. There you go. Those are the first 2 little picture slots, and it is of the little photo booth photos that we had from Jessica's wedding. So I went ahead and put those in there. and I tied them together because there was the two of them. So I tied them together by putting these similar stickers in the middle, and then this one up here says love, and then I put an LOVE on this one as well, and then just put little descriptions next to each one of them to help preserve memories. But I'm really happy with that, and I'm very excited to try to get more of these. And now, if I could have all of my memories with these little tiny photo booth photos, that would be perfect, but I don't think that's gonna happen, so I'm just taking advantage of it while I have it now. But I also wanted to show you, we made pot pie, chicken pot pie the other day for dinner, but we had substitute turkey in it, and we had leftover filling that didn't fit into the pie itself, so I told Dan, I'm like, why don't we experiment with making, like, pot pie muffin cups, essentially. And he was like, oh yeah, sure, that'd be cool. And so instead of cooking dinner tonight, because we have so many leftovers in the fridge, I went ahead and tried that, and that's what I came up with. And look at how perfect this one came out. Like, it is just all nice and wrapped up like its own little mini pie, and I'm very excited to try it, because not all of them, like that one doesn't necessarily look like it stayed together in pie form. But I'm excited to try this one and see if it actually, like, holds its shape when I open it. Let me see if this works. Aw, look at it! Look at that! That's so cute and like a little perfect pot pie. I love that. Hello everybody, as you can see I've just gotten out of the shower, my hair is still very much wet, because Dan and I went for a run, and we've been doing this, this is the third time we've gone for a run, and we've gone every other day so far, and basically we're just running a mile, so we'll go half a mile down the road, turn around and come half a mile back, stretch, and be good to go. The first day we ran, as you guys saw, I was absolutely exhausted, had to walk the majority of it, and was just winded entirely. The second time we ran, so 2 days ago, I don't think I vlogged any of it, but I was able to run essentially almost the first half mile, nonstop. And then I had to walk coming back because I needed a break, but then I was able to run a little bit more. Today, I ran the whole mile, not stopping. Like, we ran, turned around and came right back, and I ran the whole thing. And it's a slow run. I think my app said my average pace was like 11.5 minutes, which is still really, really good for me. Like, my goal right now is to get to a 10-minute mile, but I'm currently just working on getting my body used to running a full mile without stopping, and that's something that I haven't done in almost a year. So I'm very proud of myself for what I did today, and also very thankful that Dan sort of hinted / forced me to do it with him, because it was cold and dreary and rainy and gross outside, and I would have tried to get out of it, but he was like, no, we need to do this. So we did, and I felt awesome afterwards, and wasn't even expecting to be able to run the full mile, but I did it, and it's very exciting. So I just need to keep up with that and not start skipping days again, because that's the worst thing that I do, is I'll get into exercising, but then I'll be like, it's gross out, I don't want to go, and then I won't, and then a week will pass, and then a month will pass, and next thing you know, I haven't exercised in forever. So I'm very excited about that. Very happy about that. For supper tonight, we are making enchiladas. What am I talking about? For supper tonight, we are making fajitas. That is what we're making. And we have Dan, while I was taking my shower, Dan prepped everything that we needed for it almost. So we have the meat down there that is currently marinating, and in about 45 minutes, about 45 minutes, we'll actually start cooking it all, which I'm very excited about because I am starving. We're almost done. Yep. Here is what everything looks like. Dan is currently sauteing jalapenos, which is what that sneeze and this like squishy face is because of. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the spice of it or what it is. Like, I can't breathe when we saute jalapenos like that. I don't know what it is, but I'm very ready to eat. This all looks delicious. We have the steak, we have the chicken, we have Mexi rice, we have vegetables, we have guac and pico and sour cream and lettuce and the jalapenos. And yes, this is just for the two of us, but we're gonna eat it all.